a bit of a service fee on their power bills to put money back. So when deregulation came, they would be able to kind of subsidize their rates to compete with Georgia Power. Well, as you know, electrical deregulation never came. So we have approximately $40 million of monies that are sitting in a trust fund waiting to be dispersed. Now, some citizens have asked and said, well, we want that money back in a refund. Well, what the city is planning on doing is engaging the public, finding out what is the best way to release those monies. But let me say this. As much as, I would like a refund, and, it's important that we really think about this, because most of the people who pay the electric bills in the city of East Point, or majority of them, if we gave the money back in a refund, it might average out to maybe $2 or $3 on each bill.
And speaking of power bills, why are the power bills in East Point so high?
Well, I'm going to get to that, but I want to finish on this one part about what are we going to do with those funds. But we have huge industrial users too. And when you start releasing money back to people who have paid into that fund, most of that money is going to go to our huge industrial users. So it may be an issue where we might want to use those funds to build this new rec center, or to do something for all of the citizens to enjoy, rather than give it back as a refund of $2 or $3. Now, the question that I get hit with all the time: why are the utility bills in the city of East Point so high? You got to look at it like this. In the city of East Point, you have 4 bills in one. You have your electric bill, you have your water bill, you have your sewer bill, and your garbage bill. They're all on one bill. So the tendency is to look at that number and think that that's all that bill is for, is electricity, when that is not the case. I'm going to challenge the citizens, especially citizens that may have friends that live in Atlanta. Take your East Point bill and ask your friends if you can look at their Georgia Power bill, their Atlanta water bill, and their garbage bill, and average all their bills together, and then compare your East Point bill to that. The people who I have talked to and have done that, they have come back and said, you know what, Mayor? I'm going to stop complaining about East Point's bills, because really we are giving or charging one of the lowest rates for power probably in the state. We really are.
All right. So the other thing I wanted to ask you is about, everyone is always complaining about customer service in East Point. What can you do to improve the way citizens are treated? And I'm quite sure that's encompassing when they talk about power bills. Right. And
customer service is a problem. I admit that it is an issue that has plagued us even well before my term. Let me tell you what we have done about customer service. We have started a customer care unit. It is headed up by a young man. His name is Gregory Clay, where we're going to be going in and setting up a whole department to deal with customer complaints, to deal with the issues that citizens seem not to be able to get a resolution to. So that has already rolled out. That department has been going on for maybe 30 days now. And if you have any issues, you can, of course, contact my office, and we will get you in touch with that department. But I think the other part of real customer service starts with me. And I try to lead that through example, by not engaging in a lot of pettiness, not being argumentative for no apparent reason. If my employees or the council members can see me not engaging in that type of behavior, hopefully it will impress upon them not to do so. And it will make the whole experience of dealing with the city a better thing.
And speaking of bickering, there's still a lot of petty bickering and fighting on city council.
Yes.
What can you do about it?
Well, it's kind of, I try to lead by example, to be honest with you. I don't try to engage in that. It's really up to other council members to kind of govern themselves accordingly. However, let me put the question back to the citizens. The citizens control that. You know the people who do these arguing and they seem to be petty. They're up for election. Some are, some are not. The citizens have a chance to make a choice and make East Point better. So that's what the whole political process is about.
Okay, and we're talking about citizens making East Point better. One question I didn't ask earlier: what are you going to do about crime in the area as far as
Crime,
making that better?
crime has been an issue. However, I don't want to play it like that. Everybody has crime, even though that is true. The economy and the downturn of things going in the job market has hit every city in the country. Um, it's been a blow to us. But what we are doing in the city of East Point is that we're actually trying to increase our patrols. We're trying to get out into the neighborhood associations and engage them and let them tell us where the hot spots for crime are. We're also contacting our schools. We contact Tri-Cities High School and some of the middle schools and helping them with their truancy programs. When we have young people during school hours that are walking the streets, we know they're not supposed to be there. I'm encouraging citizens to call us so we can get those kids back into school where they need to be. And one of the things that we also did was, especially this summer, we engaged with local churches and local ministers to start the Summer Safety Initiative. And what that did was that we used government funds to provide a camp for kids who wouldn't be able to afford to go to camp any other way and to get them off the streets, to do something positive. And I think this year we served well over 70 kids with that program, and I'm very proud of that.
Okay, so that's what my next question was: what can the city do to assist area schools?
Well, we're engaging them, and I think that's something that maybe in the past it has been lacking.